Tonight's True Scary Story is chilling. If I were you, I would say a prayer before this. I know I did. Tonight's submitter wanted to remain anonymous, so we are going to call her Candace. Candace starts off the story by saying that her and her little brother were very close when they were growing up. They were in a house of instability and they were only like 4 years apart. They leaned on each other like survival partners, and their parents married really, really young, like 19, 18 years old, so they naturally had some struggles. Eventually, though, their parents separated due to her father's commitment issues, and he eventually moved to Mexico and got a new wife and a new life. He took on the role as a father to the new wife's children, and he rarely checked on them, and this hurt them deeply. Now, Candace was always troubled, angry, depressed, withdrawn. But as life moved on, Candace moved out and got married at 22 years old. She created distance not only from home, but unintentionally from her siblings as well. She hadn't seen them in years, and in that time, so much changed. Her youngest brother, who they lovingly call Polito, it's Spanish for little chick, graduated high school, but not without chaos. A year before, her mother had mentioned that he had gotten in trouble at school for setting off the fire alarms by smoking in the bathroom. He was sent to an alternative school for this, and her mom desperately sought out therapy for him. They all thought he was on the path to change, but then he started losing weight dramatically. People began calling him El Calacas. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, and I'm really sorry. I am not trying to pronounce that incorrectly, but I'm not Spanish, and I don't know Spanish very well, but it means the skeleton. While Candace was busy planning a wedding that December, her relationship with her brother was strained. They hadn't spoken in 8 months, because apparently he lashed out at her then fiance when he had only tried to help him by getting him a job out of town. When she finally came home, she was nervous. The tension between them had not been resolved, and she didn't know what to expect. But nothing would prepare her for what she saw. He was skeletal, with sunken eyes and protruding cheekbones. When she hugged him, she felt like she was going to break him. Her mom confided in her that he was having episodes. He would get enraged, storm around the house, scream, throw things. He refused food, often disappeared until nightfall. It was like living with a stranger. Months later in April, Candace had to return home due to car trouble. Her mom wasn't home. She knocked, waited, and then finally got in. When she finally got in, she found him curled up in bed, fully clothed, barely responsive. His eyes rolled in the back of his head when he tried to look at her, and he spoke in slurred, fragmented words. He said his teeth hurt and that he had taken something to numb the pain, but this looked like something much deeper than just physical discomfort. He looked lost. Days later, her mother told her that she had found him laying in bed, face down, with his eyes rolled in the back of his head, shaking uncontrollably. She tried everything to wake him. When he finally came to, he looked at her and he said, "If you're praying for me, please stop." She looked at him and said, "Do you know how many people pray for you every day?" And he looked at her and said, "I need them to stop." What he didn't know is that his mother had hidden a Bible underneath his mirror and had sprinkled holy water all over his room, but his episodes just escalated. I don't know why I keep doing this with my hands. One day, he told his mom that the CIA was listening in on him, and then later on that day, she was taking a shower, and he rattled the door and said, "Can I take a shower after you?" Then her mom comes out of the shower, and she finds him laying on the floor, clutching his head, saying that he was being arrested. It was terrifying. Eventually, her mother convinced him to go to a rehab center, and on the way to the rehab center, he was whispering to himself, and then he drifted off to sleep like he was fighting an invisible war. In the hospital, hooked up to IVs, he appeared to slip into some sort of trance. Her mom recorded him. He would open his eyes suddenly when being called, and he would seem normal, like he was snapping out of a dream. And I will tell you guys, I saw these videos. They are absolutely terrifying. I can't post them on here due to privacy reasons. I'm not going to post a video of him on here, but the videos are absolutely chilling. I can tell you what he was doing. He was laying down with his arms like this, and his eyes were literally rolled in the back of his head, and he was going, like that. Oh, it's giving me goosebumps. Like literally, my phone just went off because I got a notification and it jumped out of my freaking skin. He also looked so tiny. His face, like his bones were protruding out of his face. And he was just tiny, tiny. When he recovered enough to talk, he said that he had been fighting for his life in a spiritual war. He told them that the devil was mad at him for praying, and he claimed that he was possessed. The crazy part is the doctors couldn't find anything wrong with him. He didn't get a medical diagnosis. They couldn't give him one. They had no idea what was going on with him. After he had talked about the devil being mad at him for praying, this wasn't the first time that he had spoken about the devil. He used to tell Candace that he would talk to him, pray to him. He said that the devil would grant his wishes. He had a gold bracelet made with the devil's face, statues, pictures, and even got a tattoo of him. Whether it was spiritual possession, smug-related, psychosis, or mental illness, she can't say for sure. But what she does know is she believes something dark had a hold of him. In another video that she sent me, his hands are kind of like going like this a little bit. Like you can kind of tell that they're being lifted up a little bit, but they're not actually making like a prayer. You can't tell what he's doing until afterwards. There's a video of him talking about it. And he talks about how what he was doing with his hands is he was trying to pray, but he literally couldn't like bring his hands up to pray. They still worry about him. They still pray. His fascination with darkness still hasn't fully gone, but she holds on to hope. She loves him dearly and she wants him to come back fully, truly. Truly. So what do you guys think of this story? I think that was absolutely terrifying. And it's probably even more terrifying to me because I saw those videos. And let me tell you, those videos were unsettling. When I see stuff like this, it really makes me wonder. It really does make me wonder. And it makes me worry. And it scares me. Like seeing stuff like that firsthand from somebody that's just submitting a story to me and seeing that their loved one is like this was scary. I do want to make it very clear that mental illness is a real thing. And if you are struggling from it, please, please get help. I will be putting a hotline in the description of this video. But with that being said, what do you guys think of this video? Do you think that he was possessed? Do you think that this was a mental illness? He did say that he was talking to the devil and that the devil was granting him wishes. And I will say this, your brain is a very powerful thing. So am I saying that he wasn't talking to the devil? No, he could have been. I have no idea. But if you think you're talking to the devil is evil, right? You think you're talking to something dark. Your brain is so powerful that you are going to be consumed by dark energy. I personally believe that your brain can cause your body to shut down. You can definitely suffer from mental illnesses. You can definitely feel depressed. But I want to know your thoughts on this. What do you think that this was? I know you didn't see the video, but what do you think this was? Because they also want to know what you guys think. They want to know what you think happened to him. And with that being said, I am now going to do the shoutouts, my favorite part. My first shoutout is going to Caroline Adams. You said that you loved my videos and that sometimes you'll wait a couple days so that you can watch a couple of them at a time. I love you for that. That is so awesome. Thank you so much for supporting me in such a way. That means everything to me. I love spooky stories too, and I actually do that too with some of my favorite creators. So I appreciate you doing that so much. It makes me feel so giddy. I absolutely love it. So thank you so much. I love you. My second shout out is going to Abba, A-B-B-A. You said that you love my videos and you love being one of the first ones to see them. I love that so much. Thank you so much for being so supportive. That means everything to me. And thank you for commenting all the time. I appreciate that more than you could possibly understand. It brings me so much joy to see comments like this. You have no idea. It brightens my whole day and it cancels out all the negative comments. So thank you for being a part of that. I love you. And with that being said, my name is Kaisa and I tell true scary stories on here every single night that you guys submit to me. So if you're into that, hit that follow button. I just need you to do 3 things for me. And what are those? Keep sending me your scary stories. Please, please stay safe. And what's the third one? Say it with me. Have a spooky night. Love you guys so much. See you in the next one. Spooky kisses and haunted hugs.